Here,
Oh my God.
the article quotes it. I'm gonna say it in a monotone voice. Damn, you stingy with the jelly. Hate when they act like that with the fucking jelly. You was not getting no fucking raise to get no fucking jelly. Fucking 2-pack. I should go back, stupid ass. Told her 4 jellies. She gave me 2. I hate when they act like that with the fucking jelly. That is not your fucking jelly. They got so much of that shit in there, acting like that with the jelly. You ain't gonna get no raise for not giving Boosie no jelly.
Speaker Box.
Yo, it's Pat from Speaker Box with a quick announcement. If you're watching this on YouTube, I apologize, but we appreciate the views regardless. About a year ago, there was one episode where I accidentally deleted the camera footage, and it just so happens to be this one. So it's an audio-only episode. Dumb mistake, I know, but these things happen. The learning experience was like our 5th episode when we just started getting into the process of making a podcast. So this is the only time it's ever happened, except for that one other time. But that wasn't any of our fault. This is definitely on me for sure. This episode was recorded around the time Andre 3000 released his debut solo album that is now Grammy nominated. So I figured this would be a fitting episode to go back to. We should be back to our normal schedule for sure by next episode. So this should be the last full episode. And even if, no, it's definitely going to be the last full episode because we literally don't have any more. So all the content from now on for Speaker Box will be current. No more going back. We're always going forward from here. We appreciate the support, and we hope you guys enjoy the episode. Peace.
Yo, what's up, everybody? My name is Gio. You're listening to Speaker Box Studios, and to my right, I have
Sean.
Right in front of him, I've got
Hilly.
and to the right of Hilly, we've got
Pat.
And we are Speaker Box Studios, and we are still thinking of something to come up with, like for us, like a catchphrase or something. But that's about it. And speaking of Speaker Box Studios, Speaker Box, first thing we're going to talk about today is actually Outcast adjacent, because Superior Outcast member.
Damn.
I'm just kidding. I love you, big boy. Outcast member Andre 3000, one of the best lyricists of all time, great penmanship, one of the greatest flows, one of the greatest breath-controlling rappers of all time, just one of the greatest of all time, period, dropped a flute album. And I remember we were sitting in the group chat, and Hilly messaged in like all caps. He was like, "Holy shit, guys!" And we were like, "What?"
Because I'm like,
He was like, Andre 3000's coming out with a fucking solo album. And I messaged Chris about it. Chris is a friend of a couple of the guys here. And he was like, don't get your fucking hopes up. But he sent me a tweet, and it was like, Andre 3000 is going to be releasing a completely digital audio like album with only like flutes and other woodwind instruments. And I sent the screenshot to the group chat, and Hilly just typed in all caps, "No!"
if I could just sit here and do the just fucking disintegrate in space.
But yeah, we all gave it a listen though, because we knew that we were all going to listen to it or talk about it today. Everyone here pretty much listened to it on their own accord except for Hilberto, because Hilly was still.
No, I did fucking listen to you.
No, I'm not saying. I'm just saying you felt
You were definitely the most
obligated.
apprehensive about it.
You felt obligated to listen to it. For those of you who don't know, the album is called New Blue Sun. I'm gonna be completely honest. Some of the song titles on this thing are
long as fuck.
One, they're super long. 2, they're super funny. And 3, this is probably the some of the funniest Andre 3000 writing I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Like, bro, I
I'm not gonna
swear,
play the actual song.
I can't even remember. Like, I can't even remember the first name.
The first song is called "I Swear I Really Wanted to Make a Rap Album," but this is literally the way the wind blows. Or sorry, this is literally the way the wind blew me this time, which is really funny. I also like the slang word "pussy" rolls off the tongue with far better ease. So the slang word "pussy" rolls off the tongue with far better ease than the proper word "vagina." Do you agree?
Which is weird. And then, like, the other one, that night in Hawaii when I turned into a panther and started making these low register purring tones that I couldn't control, shit was wild. Like, what the fuck? Bro,
3 Stacks, you cooked on this one.
No,
I
he
gotta
did.
say, man.
93 Till Infinity and Beyonce. I like.
93 Till Infinity and Beyonce is pretty funny.
Fucking Gandhi, Dalai Lama, your Lord and Savior, J.C. Bundy, Jeffrey Dahmer, and John Wayne Gacy. Like, what the fuck?
He just started naming fucking serial killers at the end of his song. I did tell myself that I was gonna come in here with a favorite song, and I think for me that song is pretty handily the second to last song off this track list called "Ants to You, Gods to Who." I think the progression of the song is really, really gorgeous. I think that for a song that is almost 7 minutes long, it never overstays its welcome, and I think that just overall is probably my favorite piece on it. For the most part, I think it's one of those albums where I mentioned it last podcast, but I don't know if you guys are ever going to see that episode because we're not sure what order we're releasing these in. We're just kind of fucking waffling. That I had a very firm belief that songs that like kind of overstay their welcome. Albums that kind of blend in together sometimes don't do it for me 100% of the time. When they kind of flow into one and you don't realize that it's the next song. I think I had that gripe with Sampha's most recent release. But at the same time, I think that even though this album does flow pretty well, you can definitely tell when each song starts and when each song ends. The kind of characteristics of each are very, very prominent. Even though it's pretty consistently the same types of instruments that you're hearing through all of this. But I think that it's for what it's worth, I think that it's a fine album. Do I, as an Andre 3000 fan, wish that it was a rap album? Sure.
Absolutely.
But
Of course.
as a musician, I think that this is a conversation topic that I think this is a good segue, unless someone else wants to mention their favorite songs off of this album. I don't know if any of the three of you have favorite songs off this album.
Not yet.
I think it's going to take a couple listens, but
You
I think
got it,
Ants to You, Gods to Who is probably my personal favorite off it so far. Hilly was like forced to listen to it because we were like, let's talk about it. And Hilly was like, fine, I'll listen to it. Because he wanted to fucking like explode his brain after he heard that it was a fucking flute album. But
It's not like I wasn't gonna listen to the damn album. It was just like,
for what it's worth, I think it's a good album. Sonically, there obviously any narratives and themes aren't going to be as apparent because you can't really take too much away from it. Although I think there is some playing with the instruments that he does in it that is kind of interesting. For the most part, I think, this is a very sonic album. There's not much to take away from it. In terms of like pure content, I think it's just meant to show off because he has expressed that he's been learning a lot from a lot of jazz legends. And I think that the inspiration is pretty apparent in this one, which loops us into our next topic since I feel like I was the only one who was able to find a favorite in that one so far. The idea of rappers kind of stemming away from rap and making projects outside of rap and the criticism that people have been getting for it. The most recent example I can think of is Lil Yachty's Let's Start Here, which was a mostly psychedelic rock album that he got a lot of heat for because people were saying that rappers don't want to just rap anymore.
I feel so pretty.
He does feel, he fucking felt gorgeous in that song, bro. He was so pretty in that
Fuck
song.
out of here.
You're a hater, bro. You're just mad because you didn't feel pretty like Yachty did. But, Pat, you were talking about it before we started, how you feel about the whole idea of like creative expression and
Yeah, I feel we put too much of an expectation on rappers to stay within that box, for a genre that's supposed to facilitate the most creative expression, a lot of the fans are like too close-minded with like them actually expressing themselves and like evolving to a different fate, because at the end of the day, it's not just about one genre of music, it's just about the art form music itself. So like if you evolve from rap to like soul, you should be allowed to do that without criticism. It's just a natural progression.
Yeah. If you, as much as you want to put blame on like fans, put blame on the industry itself as well.
Yeah, for real.
They're the ones who approve and disapprove of the bullshit. So, you get motherfuckers that want to sit here and try something new. They're like, no, do this, no, do that. And you want to control you. Do everything in their power to take away the creativity. And the next thing you know, when something doesn't do well, free me from my label.
And I think it's because there are plenty of examples of artists evolving into greater things. I mean, Post Malone was a country singer before he became a rap superstar and then turned into a pop superstar. And I don't think it's ignorant to say that Post Malone's not like not a rapper, but I think he's more of a pop star
At this point,
at this point in his career than he is a rapper. And I mean that alone is like that's 3 evolutions of music genres over time. Ed Sheeran used to be a fucking drill rapper, but nobody ever knows that because everyone knows Ed Sheeran for
Bro,
playing the guitar.
I will never. I don't think I could genuinely like
Imagine an Ed
respect.
Sheeran drill song.
No, respect like Post Malone like that as an artist, honestly, because it's like, because I'll never forget the fucking whole ass comment, like ass backwards comment that that he had on hip hop, and I'm like, he was, it was something that went along the lines of like, you know, that that had to do about him not making it as a country artist and then, you know, going from to hip hop because it was easier. And I'm like,
Hip hop's not easier though. There's
I'm like, and it was like
Well-
something that it was like akin to talking shit. It was just a simple fact that like he didn't make it in one place, that he just said, fuck it, I'm gonna go over here and become really big because it's really fucking easy, type shit. So I'm like, so then get the fuck out, go back to country, and go fucking be in your little avenue.
I hate to say it like this, but it's a thing I've noticed with a lot of white hip hop artists. To be honest, they not even just hip hop, just white artists in general. They ingrain themselves into like hip hop and the culture of it, and then once it gets them to higher levels, they just drop it and move on to other things.
I mean, it's not even white artists. I feel like it would even be like rapper, like black artists too. Just be like, yeah, I don't want to be classified as a boom bap rapper. I mean, that's fine. Like, it's cool to want to like stretch out, but don't just call out boom bap because like
Yeah, because it's not. your
that's what
thing
got you
anymore.
out here.
Yeah.
Like,
But I'm not a rapper.
yeah, or that. But I'm not a rapper. So then what are you?
but I think
I'm a rock star.
like there's a
Oh my.
like the Kid Leroy
I'm a
is another
rock star.
example I think of an artist turned pop star, because I think a lot of people forget that the Kid Leroy started from like hip hop rap roots. That's kind of what got him big in the first place.
Talking about
is-
Juice WRLD's kid.
Yeah, Juice WRLD's Kid.
Alright.
But now he's like, you know,
Yeah.
not to say that he's
Juice
not
WRLD's kid.
completely rapping or not, he's absolving from rapping completely in all of his songs, but it's very melodic. It's very focused on, you know, hitting higher notes, and
Yeah.
the bars are shorter and each phrase is a bit more extended. It's very pop, which isn't like a bad thing, but like, you know, why didn't the Kid Leroy get flack for that? Why do we find it necessary to pin pressure on artists to not evolve? Is it our fault as fans to set these expectations and limit artists creatively when their expectations are so much higher than what they achieve out to be? Not every artist wants to be a fucking, I don't know, like, I don't want to call out names here. Not every artist wants to make a Rock Star by Post Malone. Not every artist wants to make a Bad and Bougie by the Migos.
I mean, he didn't even make it though.
He didn't even make it though. That's what I'm saying.
Hmm?
But like,
He didn't make
he
Rockstar.
didn't make Rockstar.
His verse was written by Joey Badass.
Seriously,
You know
Yeah.
that?
I never knew that.
You can tell by like the way that, like the flow and everything, even like the verses, you can tell like, nah, that was Joey Badass who wrote that. Search it up. Joey even. That's why we did a remix together, and Joey confirmed that was Joey who wrote the verse. If you listen to the verse, you can tell that's a Joey verse. If you're being so for real right now.
I don't listen to Joey that much, so.
Oh
It's-
yeah, but
it's
no, Joey.
It's
came out-
definitely
crazy.
a Joey verse. It's
Yeah.
definitely a Joey verse. But like, you know, even then, like when Yachty made Let's Start Here, I thought it was a fucking great album. I don't think it did anything new. Like, I don't think it was testing the barriers of psychedelic rock or anything. Like it to me, it kind of just sounded like a filler, like not like a filler album, but like it in terms of like the concept of psychedelic rock. It didn't do anything new that was brand new, but it did something new for Yachty.
Yeah, it's very introductory for the genre. Psychedelic
That's what he
rock,
did.
but-
To the genre, I don't know. I don't know, looking at it from the bass perspective, it's just like he's just in his more Travis Scott era.
I mean, that doesn't sound. No, that doesn't
I
sound
think
like.
Yachty did his own lane with that one.
I don't think that's a pro. I seriously don't think that Let's Start Here is an album that Travis Scott could have made.
Hell no.
I don't think so either.
I think
With
that
the shit that he likes to do normally? Come on now.
no, I think. Well, I mean, if you just look at the content of each song, like,
In
not
the-
to say that Travis doesn't talk about issues like that, but could you really see Travis Scott singing Pretty? Could you see Travis Scott making what is it called? I Saw the Sun. I forgot what it's called. The Sun something.
Yeah, Yeah, I can see him making
I feel like he
like
could,
a song
but
like
he'd
Pretty,
have-
but it would sound
he'd
like
have his,
horse.
he'd have his Travis take on it.
Well, that's because Travis is like psychedelic rap, So it
Yeah,
makes
and I
it
think-
makes sense.
I think Yachty plays with the production a bit more than Travis would have. I think Yachty from that album clearly took inspiration from people like Pink Floyd. I think
Mm-hmm.
he clearly took something away from people who were already established psychedelic rock bands or artists, and put his voice onto it, which is a very unique thing to do because as much as people want to hate on Lil Boat, he has a unique sound just coming from his voice alone. And I think that project definitely did do it for me. I think that it was a good album overall, but it's also ignorant to say that it added anything new to the genre of psychedelic rock. Yeah.
Okay.
But I think it's at the same time, it's something to kind of think about when you have these artists who's kind of stray away from rap, because I think Yachty was probably the most recent example I could think of. Drake again is another one that comes to mind.
Yeah.
But it also doesn't apply to Drake because that album was fucking dog shit.
No, it was pretty bad.
Pretty fucking bad
Which
album.
one?
What
Honestly,
album?
never mind.
Oh, I didn't listen.
That shit was awful.
There was one
Listen
song off
to
I
it.
think I like. It's,
Sticky.
yeah.
That's the one that everyone
Sticky?
likes.
I think it was
That's the
old
one
Peter.
that's the one that Kendrick and Keem stole the flow for on the
Oh yeah,
Hillbillies.
for
But like, I think like I feel like I'm taking up so much time of the episode here, but there's so much I want to speak about in this because
No, talk your shit.
no, yeah. Go ahead.
I've been told, like I remember when I first started making music. I'm not saying this like I'm sort of some big fucking artist,
You
but
are.
like, all right, we'll talk numbers after that. I remember I sent my music into a like online forum one time, and someone, without knowing it was me, like copied the link and sent it in and said, "Dude, if Post Malone made this or like had like a Dua Lipa feature on it, it would be a hit." And I still think about that comment to this day. Anytime I make music, I think about that comment. I say, I think to myself, "I'll show you a fucking hit," because Post Malone could not make the shit that I'm making.
Facts.
And like I think it's shit like that that's like there's a certain extent to which creative expression goes beyond like what other people think, and it relies inherently on what you as the creator make.
Mm-hmm.
And I think thinking about that comment back, it's been like 3 years since I read that comment, and I was back then I was like, for a while I was like, maybe I could, like for the first like month I heard that, I was like, maybe I could just start making music that sounds like Posty's music, because then maybe it'll start doing numbers. And then I realized from that point forward, there were points in my career where I was like, I could start making music like that, where it's very, very melodic focus, very something that you would want to hear on the radio. And then I realized that just wasn't my style of music, and that I didn't have to make something like that just for the sake of this one guy who commented on it 2 years ago to think that I could finally make a hit. Who gives a fuck about who thinks what I can and can't make is a hit, as long as I know that what I'm making is what I want to make. And I think I talk about it on a couple of, if you ever listen back to, there's like, I think on a song called Better Than This, I talk about it where I mentioned that, it doesn't, like, it's, the project is, everything I make is always for me, and that's the one thing I'm going to be selfish about. Like, I'll share it and I'll express it to you guys, but like realistically, like, apart from like constructive criticism or like feedback on like what the song sounds like, I could give less of a shit
Mm-hmm.
what other people think of the music I'm making.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big thing that kind of gets pushed back on in the industry with hip hop, when artists do that branching out. And I'm not saying that I'm some huge fucking like hip hop artist, but like, why is it that people like Lil Yachty get criticized for wanting to make his music?
No, because I feel like that's the way he says it though.
Mm-hmm.
I think he put out a tweet, and he was like, I can't even speak on it because I don't remember exactly what he said. But he was just calling out rap.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there was. See,
Bro,
bro, that's another thing that,
start with
that
that.
yeah. There's another thing that
Hypocritical as
fuels that's fueling the other side of the debate, which is like, there's very radical sides to it that like are really fucking stupid. Both of them. Like I think dissing hip hop for not being your genre doesn't reflect well on him, which is what he did. And I think, like, as much as I like that album, like Yachty's kind of a fucking pussy for that.
Yeah, like leave rap. That's funny if you want to branch out, but leave rap out of it. Like,
I remember he
don't have to
he
speak
said
on
like
it.
low quality and lack of creativity is ruining rap. But like,
Yeah, and I think he said like right now hip hop's in a horrible
Yeah,
place.
but,
I'm
like,
like,
I'm like,
how?
motherfucker,
I think-
ever since 2016, that's
like,
been like
how?
the
I'm about to
fucking
say, I
case.
think he's forgetting that before that album, that everything he just said literally applies to him.
Like
Yeah.
for real. Like that make no fucking sense. Like,
Lil Boat 2 is okay.
bro, it's fucking
Okay, but that's what
funny
you
as
said.
shit.
Okay, but
was
like
alright.
it's not not
First
anything.
couple Yachty projects were not it.
But it's not really creative or groundbreaking. So for him to say that is crazy. That's like 21 Savage saying shit's too repetitive. Like, you know, it doesn't make any sense.
Too repetitive. Oh, it's not creative enough. And then fucking
like
Offset agreed on that, if I'm not mistaken.
Which is also wild.
Now he made Culture. He's good.
But it wasn't just him.
like it wasn't just him though. It's like all right. So what? Out of all three of their first, solo projects,
Migos?
the Migos
like
projects.
yeah, all of the solo projects from Migos and whatnot is like, Takeoffs was the best. Then
Takeoffs was like pretty handily the best. Yeah.
yeah, and then it was Offset, and then it was Quavo, because Quavo's was just
Quavo's album was
not
so
it.
fucking bad, bro. That
was
shit-
not it. And then Offset's was like, it was alright. It wasn't the best. And the next thing you know, after Takeoff passed and whatnot, and now they're pursuing their solo ventures. You got Set It Off, and then you got Rocket Power. I've rarely listened to anything off of either album, but I can tell you right now, I'll probably listen to Offset more than Quavo, honest to God, because, like, I don't know. I'm not saying that I would necessarily agree with the fact that he agreed. It's just a simple fact that, like, bro, you know where you came from.
Right.
Stop fucking playing.
That's what I'm
Be
saying.
fucking for real.
Yeah.
And I think it's ignorant for like it's unnecessary, and it's ignorant for people to find that in order to bring themselves up, they need to bring down an entire genre of music with them.
Yeah.
Especially knowing like where it came from and how it started, the origins of hip hop. Like, don't do that.
Be grateful for where you came from.
Fucking 70s.
Because it's some work and some fucking hardships that motherfuckers went through when it came
Yeah.
to like hip hop and rap.
If I had to sit down and be like, oh, nah, the disrespect is crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah, fucking 50 years, motherfucker. Like, shit.
Happy 50-year anniversary to hip hop. That was this past summer. But yeah, I mean, to the extent of that conversation, I think there are two very obvious like radical sides to that conversation, and I think both of them are fucking stupid. I don't think that rappers should get criticized for not wanting to just be a rapper. But at the same time, I think it's unnecessary for artists to bring down a genre of music that they're no longer pursuing because they felt like going another avenue was more beneficial, and that they had to bring down that genre with them.
Yeah.
And also, fuck you, hip hop's been fucking great in the past like 6 years.
No, it
You're just listening to the
You're
wrong-
just not.
you're
You're
just
just not
listening-
looking in
you're
right
just listening to
places.
the wrong
That's
shit.
it. That's just it.
Yeah, if you think hip hop's not at a good place, you're just picking the wrong shit.
Yeah,
It's
my
not- it's not
playlist.
anybody
My
else's
playlist is
fault.
solid. What y'all listening
Right.
to?
It's like I think it's this weird notion that people have where as music grows older, you forget about the shitty stuff, but you remember the really good shit. And
Yeah.
when you're in that when you're living in that current era of time, you're listening to both the really bad shit and the really good shit because you haven't forgot about the really bad shit because it's still there.
Yeah.
So like there's plenty of fucking terrible albums I could name from like the golden era of hip hop that Yachty's probably thinking of, but like nobody fucking remembers them because people remember when To Pimp a Butterfly came out. People remember when Good Kid, Mad City came
Right.
out. People remember when Culture came out. But nobody wants to sit there and be like, remember when that one really shitty album dropped 9 years ago? No,
What?
but like people will be like, remember when you heard that really shitty album that came out 3 days ago? Yeah, of course you're gonna fucking listen to that.
Yeah, recency bias.
It's all recency bias, and like it's ignorant to bring down a culture that's like very, very still prominent and still producing really, really good shit, just for the sake of bringing you up. So like fuck you Yachty for that, but also like good album.
You know, it's the industry's fault too because they keep pushing the garbage further than the actual high quality stuff.
Of course, because
more
they
profitable.
want to give people the quote unquote easy digestible shit. They don't want people to sit here and think about the music. They just want to hear the thing, and that's what fucks me up as well. It's like, yo, producers, honest to God, should be getting paid more than these fucking artists for some of these
No, because they're
songs.
carrying the shit.
Because
on
they
their back,
carry the
bro. Oh my
motherfucking like.
I think Heroes and
absolute-
Villains is like the biggest example of that.
100%.
Holy fucking shit, man. Like, it kills me. Like, how some of these rappers realistically shouldn't even be like, shouldn't have half of the shit that they have, all things considered, because their producers made such a good beat and it it just fucking worked with you. You just happened to sound good on their beat. That's it.
No, I agree. I think that you take the instrumentals for most of the stuff that Metro has been producing and throw literally any other rapper on that, and it would still hit.
Just as good. Yeah.
Like you take away the beat from certain artists, you sit down and you genuinely listen to what these motherfuckers are saying. No, you're not listening to what they're saying. You're listening to the beat mixed to what they were saying. Because if you actually listen to the lyrics, they ain't spitting nothing. They spitting bullshit. And then
and you know who's doing the vocal mixing for these artists?
Oh my
the fucking producers.
Facts.
But imagine all it would take is some high, someone who actually has talent with rapping and lyricism, to get with some of these crazy producers, and then it would just be like, imagine. I'm not trying to shit on all the rappers that work at Metro Boomin, but imagine he got some more lyrical rappers. How the type of albums he could be making.
Like who, for example, though?
Off the top of my head, who work
I mean, he got a collab album coming with Jid.
That's gonna be fucking
Yeah, that's
tight.
gonna be fucking amazing.
That's gonna be tight. I can't fucking wait for that.
I'm pretty sure you said it was finished.
Oh yeah, I heard. I saw that on Twitter. You said it was finished.
I mean, A$AP Rocky's pretty lyrical. When he wants to be, he can be pretty lyrical.
I actually love that song, A$AP Rocky, on Heroes and Villains.
Feel the Fire.
Yeah, that shit was amazing.
I mean, that's also, I think, fucking Takeoff's greatest verse like ever, because that's the alphabetical one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that shit was really good.
But like that's another example. It's like, I'm not saying that a song with like Future or like a song with like Drake is a bad thing that Metro can do, but like when you have someone like Takeoff fucking going, that's what makes the song memorable. I think that's probably my most memorable song off of Heroes and Villains.
I agree.
Because it's like, A$AP just eats the fucking first verse alive, and then Takeoff comes in and just bodies the entire verse, like front to back, and like it takes you like maybe the first 2 or 3 bars to realize what he's doing, and you're like,
oh,
when
shit.
you realize, you're like, oh fuck, that's what he's doing right now. When I heard that shit for the first time, I was like, damn, why the fuck is he just e? Oh fuck. But it's shit like that. It's like that's what hits, and like that's a prime example of what working with a good producer in tandem with a really, really great lyrical rapper can produce. Rest in peace, Takeoff, by the way, in case I didn't have to fucking say that before. Rest in power. That was one of my favorite things I've ever heard from hip hop come out in the past like 5 years.
God, I've honestly, even if there's something in the vault, I think for like the one time, out of like very few exceptions, honestly, this is probably like the one time it could probably just make a pretty decent posthumous thing.
Yeah. Posthumous.
Wait, what? You said posthumous?
It's posthumous.
Posthumous?
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. So it's POSTHUMOUS.
So I understand why you said it, because it is technically.
It does
Well,
sound like humorous.
because no, I've
It
never.
does sound like it's like
I've never actually heard the pronunciation.
yeah,
of
it's
that.
it. No,
Yeah,
that
no, I never heard
I'm
the
literally in the
pronunciation
exact same boat as you, because that's what happened when I heard it for the first time. I
Me
said
too.
posthumous.
So
It's just funny that you said it on the podcast because
So
I
it's
did shit out before.
Fuck off.
Posthumous.
It's posthumous.
Posthumous, yeah.
Posthumous.
Bro, you gotta stop enunciating your P's like that. You go posthumous.
Pushing P.
Pushing P and posthumous.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. We're gonna fucking loop away from the conversation again, but now we're talking about posthumous albums. Bro, we keep doing this. Hold on, let me loop back to the point I was gonna make before about making digestible content. I know y'all motherfuckers probably don't care as much talking about it, but because I love him as an artist, I'm not gonna talk about. It's not Drake. Don't worry, it's not Drake.
Okay.
It's
It's Jack Harlow.
Oh my God.
But let me tell you why. So his album from 2022. Come Home, the Kids Miss You. That's the one with First Class on it, and Dua Lipa and Nail Tech. That album was fucking dog shit.
It was
Fucking terrible.
I didn't
No,
know.
that album was
it was an alright album.
I think no, that album was fucking no. The one you're thinking of is the one I'm going to talk about, which is Jackman.
No, I know Jackman, but didn't he do this song on there? Like it was like a real rapper. Hold on.
Churchill Downs, the one good song off that with Drake.
Hold on.
That was the one good
Let
song
me
off that.
search up the
Dog,
album.
I
No,
have
because
I have
Nail Tech
3,000
was
Jack Harlow plays.
No, Nail Tech is a really good song.
Okay, but can you name another good song off that album?
Hold on. Okay, no. I'm thinking
You're thinking of Jackman.
I'm thinking about the other album.
The first one he released where he was like
When that's what they all say.
yeah, that's what they all say.
That's what I'm.
Which
I think that's what
another
I'm
thing
thinking
too
about.
for my Jack Harlow fans out there who know the lore behind this, why the fuck did they keep announcing "Come Home, the Kids Miss You" as his first studio album when he literally released his first studio album 2 years before that?
Yeah, they put that as his breakout album. It's
But like that album, the one that Sean's looking at right now, the one where he's sitting in the white background in the chair
Yeah,
with the
that's
microphone
his-
on the side, that album is fucking terrible. But it was after the fact that this is when Jack Harlow started getting big, because this is when What's Poppin' blew up. This is when he was on Industry Baby with Lil Nas X. And after hearing how successful he could sound on stuff like Industry Baby, he was like, okay, I need to release a project as soon as possible, and just make it the most fucking easy to digest bullshit in the world. This is gonna sound like a dumb issue to have, but I hate when artists name their songs after the first like lyric that they say in the fucking song. There's a song he has called "Like a Blade of Grass." Can you guess what the first word he says in that fucking song is?
Grass.
He says "like a blade of grass."
Oh.
Can you imagine what the first lyric in his song called "Dua Lipa" is?
A Dua Lipa.
He goes, "Dua Lipa, I'm trying to do more with her than just a feature." Fucking stupid ass song. But no, that album is fucking garbage compared to the one I'm about to talk about, which is actually his good release, the year after, Jackman, where he talks about shit like. There's a song on there called "Blame on Me" where he raps for 8 minutes straight about his relationship with his little brother.
Oh, but then the first thing that comes out, not a verse, but like the first thing that comes out of the song is "Little Blame Me." Yeah, exactly. So,
but it's a sample. But that was just an annoying issue I had with "Come Home, the Kids Miss You." But the content in that song is way better than anything you would have fucking heard off of "Come Home, the Kids Miss You." Yeah, They Don't Love It is a fucking banger of a track, and it's like not that it sounds like it couldn't have fit on "Come Home, the Kids Miss You," but he's a lot of that project, he's reflecting on the fact that he made a fucking shitty album that was just made for people to digest. The album is meant to be played on the radio, not to shit on the radio, but like not on our type of fucking radio. This is the shit you're hearing on KC 101.3. This is the shit you're listening to fucking Kiss 95.7. This is the shit you're listening to fucking, it's shit like that where it's like, this is the type of the music that he's trying to make. And then he comes back with Jackman a year later and he's like, yo, like, I'm dealing with some emotional shit. I'm dealing with, like, insecurity issues. I'm not sure if I'm making the music I want to make. I'm dealing with depression. Like, all the friends I used to have in that fucking song, Gang, 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 would you have fucking heard that song on the first album? Hell fucking no. He talks about his friend Marcus being a rapist, bro. You don't fucking hear that shit.
You don't hear that from any other rapper.
Nobody.
That was another thing I was gonna add. That song "Gang Gang Gang" is probably my song, like one of my songs of the year. I think it's a fucking.
I
really like.
I think it is.
I really like "It Can't Be."
It Can't Be is another fucking great song off that album. Questions is another great song. Denver is probably his best song ever.
This is like the whole premise of that song is just the fact of how people were to sit here and look at him and like attribute his success to like
him being
things. White. Yeah, and being white. That's. Other than just the fact that he was just really good. And
he's like yeah, because like the whole hook is like, it can't be because I'm charismatic. It can't be because people like me. It can't be because I make music or good music.
It can't be the color of my skin.
It can't be the color of my skin. It's because I'm handsome and I talk funny. That's why people like me. It's like, it's shit like that. It's like, it's a completely different contrast from the first album he released, which was just digestible content. Like, that's why you know who the fuck is on that first album, bro? Adam Levine is on that album, dog.
God.
Drake is on that album. And I love Drake. But if Drake is on your album, that tells me a lot about what type of album you're going to be fucking making.
All right, so if you want to talk about content, though, so what do you think about his song that he did? I forgot who the fuck it was.
The one with the guy from BTS?
Yeah.
I think it's terrible. I think the past two songs he released a song called "Lovin' on Me." And Jack Harlow, if you ever
Lovin'
listen,
on Me, I
that song's fucking garbage.
Bro, come on.
Yeah.
That song's fucking garbage. Jack Harlow, I'm coming at this with you as one of your biggest fans in this fucking planet. I have like 4,000 plays of your music. I've listened to every project of yours front to back. The past two songs you've released are fucking garbage. You cannot just go out there and say on a song with a Korean pop idol, say, all my ABGs want to be with me, bro. You cannot just fucking say shit like that. And it's like, and I feel like he's going in reverse. Like, he made like Jackman was probably like a top 5 album of the year. I played every song off the album back to front, and like I was so happy to hear him get so emotional, because there are very few tracks in his discography where he gets emotional and honest. And after he released that, there were like 8 more songs added to it. And then he released fucking "Lovin' on Me," and he's just going back to what he made the first time on that fucking shitty "Come Home" album.
I mean,
Lovin' on Me was amazing.
It's just First Class, but with a different name, bro. Soul 2000 sample, and he's just, and then he just repeats what the chorus that the person in the 2000s already made says. What did he add to First Class besides "I've been throw up the"?
I mean, that was
Sex
kinda,
and
that was cool though. That was cool.
Yeah, and he should thank Fergie for it.
That's true.
Fair.
But
I'm
like,
pretty sure. I'm pretty sure
He did. She actually did. She actually did end up performing with him.
Yeah, I'm like,
She ended up performing with him at the fucking BET Awards, which, by the way, shout out to Jack Harlow for somehow getting a performance slot at the BET Awards.
But even like to speak on like your topic of
Oh,
like Jack
man.
Harlow having his 2 albums, and I think he had 2 albums before. How many albums before Jack, man? 3 albums?
Are you counting like studio albums? Or are you counting like full
actual
So
studio
2.
albums. Yeah,
'Cause
2 albums.
Before that, it was "Come Home, the Kids Miss You," and then "That's What They All Say."
Yeah, and then Jackman was like his most personal album to date.
But the thing is, that's not even his most personal album he's done, because there are other projects that aren't studio albums that he's done. That one I think are better, and 2 I think are
Gazebo, Loose, Confetti, Sweet
his best
Action.
album is "Loose." If you've never listened to "Loose" by Jack Harlow, that entire album is fucking tight.
No, because like I heard you talking, I was just thinking about like Absol. He had dropped. No one really talked about that album that he dropped.
Nobody talks about
No one
Absol
really
like that,
talks
period,
about
because
Absol.
Absol has been like low key as fuck for like ever.
Yeah, but
Absol's been
but that's
low-key
also
since he
because of the content he drops as well. And he mentioned that in the interview that he did with Joe Budden. He was like, I was the guy that was like into the conspiracies, and he had like 2 albums, like 3 albums he had dropped. And he said by his, I think it was what was the last album? Do What Thou Wilt. That was a dark fucking album, and he even admitted it. He was like, yeah, like after I did drop that album, like I was so far in the rabbit hole, like nobody really knew what I was talking about, because he was just diving into everything. And then he was saying that his friend just talked to him. He was like, yo, he's like, why you always talking about this conspiracy shit? Like, you from the streets, like talk about where you really from. And he was like, all right, you know what, you right, type shit. So I feel like sometimes as rappers, like you need that honesty, like you need that friend that's gonna be yo, bro.
I'm gonna read you some of the lyrics
Come on,
off this
bro.
fucking Jack Harlow album. Tell me this, like, ignorance is bliss, and so is being underground, because it was fun when we were known less. Sorry, that's cliche. I know I'm so blessed, but Jason keeps on telling me say yes. And truth be told, I know he knows best, but I don't want to do no press. I've seen enough of me on this little screen. I've become so vain and insecure about everything. I feel all this pressure to live up to what they tell me I'm gonna be. So isolate myself. You can't help me. It's on me. Like, it's shit like that. And then you look at a lyric from I've been throw up the sex in the first class. What? Where does that version of Jack Harlow go, bro?
But just like how you fucking get on my ass, what if that's just him having fun?
Yeah, that is true. That's just him having fun.
I will say the Lovin' On Me sounds like he's having more fun with it than anything he released on Come Home, the Kids Miss You.
All right, I can at least accept that, because Lovin' On Me is
it
really
looks
fun.
like he actually is like, because I think after releasing something like Jackman, I think that like it's understandable that now he's having fun, because he had his emotional reflective moment. But I think that Come Home, the Kids Miss You was just a product of, holy shit, I'm blowing up way faster than I thought it was. Now I'm on the Tonight Show. Now I'm performing at the BET Awards. Now I'm at the fucking Grammys performing with Lil Nas X. It's like, but then he's like, oh wait, but shit, like
Shit, that happens to a good amount of artists.
a lot of fucking artists, and I think it's a damn shame that, like, not just, and I know it's gonna sound fucking corny and it's gonna sound cliche, but like, I think when artists stray away too far into what got them there and too deep into what they want to get into, which is the fame, which is the success, which is the the fucking the Maybachs and the fucking mansions they're partying at, like, I think it's a real tragedy to see them fall into a loop where they just sound like the next guy over.
Yeah.
What made you unique in the first place?
No, that's a fact. That's how I felt when I heard Joey Badass snippet, and he was like, he said I'm killing all. He's talking about some ops and shit. I'm like,
Ops.
Joey,
Joe, you were just talking
Joey.
about being in love like
you
last
just talking
week.
about enlightenment and third eye. What the fuck you mean ops? Who are your ops? You never had ops.
Bro was talking
before.
about fucking curling his
Well,
toes.
you
in bed
don't.
with his
But like that's the thing though. It's like as much as they want to say, like some artists want to sit here and talk about ops, like you could pretty much tell at least when looking at certain artists. But like sometimes they genuinely do. I'm not saying that like Joey probably didn't, but like.
Nah, bro. I'm not hearing that. I'm not buying that shit, bro. I heard
Joey
that shit and I was like,
gang
bro,
activities.
what? Exactly. I'm like, no, bro, because he went so far of not even tapping into that realm, and then out of nowhere now he just.
Well,
like,
you don't. You obviously don't fucking have to just to make fucking music.
Well, that's
Like,
that's
Like, just
I
to
mean,
be
there's like, there's okay. So I think there's a
and that's the
difference.
whole fucking stigma. Like, at least with fucking hip hop, you that fucking that actually did
Ops
never
gonna
start.
die.
That's what I'm saying.
No. Just the fact that like, in order to fucking sit here and do, hip hop and whatnot, you had to be fucking street. You had to be fucking hood. That was a whole ass stigma. That was started like what in the fucking late '80s and 90s for fuck's
If
sake.
you weren't hood, then you couldn't make shit like that.
Yeah, you couldn't make shit like
But
that, or you
that's
couldn't.
not the case now.
No, not anymore. It's
That's
far,
not the
it's
case
far
now.
from the case now.
Bro, it still fucking is.
No,
To a
it's
lot of-
not.
to
No,
a
it is
lot of-
not.
To a lot of people, it still fucking is.
Okay,
which is
so I'll play devil's advocate for Hilly here. I think he's correct to a certain degree. I think that the stuff that you'll hear in clubs, the stuff that you'll hear at bars, the stuff that you'll hear at parties, is usually the same shit where you're talking about fucking loading bullets into your ops.
Yeah,
where
hood nigga shit.
Like,
I mean,
I'm not
yeah, I
saying
feel that,
I'm not
but-
saying
well,
it's,
you don't need it to make successful hip hop.
Yeah, I'm not saying that's like that should be the case. I'm just saying that's how it's been looked at. That's been like the stigma behind like, oh, what to make as a successful like a real fucking rapper. That's what a good amount of these people expect from rappers. They'll be like, oh, you're not
Okay.
a real fucking rapper if you don't fucking sit here and do this.
I'll
type
play
of stuff.
devil's advocate again. Have you guys ever seen that video of Bobby Shmurda performing for the record label?
Yeah, I saw that.
That was
They had bro cooning up on that table, bro.
Yo, and they were all looking at him.
Yo.
They were all looking at him on this table, just like, okay.
It's
I see you.
Slave master type shit,
No,
bro.
it was.
ridiculous. Like, what the fuck?
No,
It's
they-
like,
all the
what
white,
the
all the white
hell?
producers, in the, all the white like executives in the room was like, "Oh yeah, let's go put niggas in jail." Hell yeah, we got
sitting in the fucking
This is
corner.
the fucking mousetrap, bro. That
Yo,
fucking piece of cheese.
They was all
Yo.
wearing white taps
yeah.
in that
Bro.
fucking yo.
Yo,
It's like,
two
oh, yeah,
of those
somebody-
motherfuckers in that room at that time had to be sitting there like looking
Two of
at
them
each other.
niggas was
but-
cops.
Yeah, like,
Two of them niggas was cops.
like, oh hell yeah, bro, we hit our fucking quota today. Holy shit!
Two of them motherfuckers in the corner had to be like, we got him. We got this motherfucker right here. This nigga right here. Mm-hmm. We want him.
Wait,
We want him.
which song was that though?
That was fucking computers with
that was
Roddy
computers.
Ricch. Yeah, it was
Because
computers.
it wasn't too long ago after that he got arrested.
No, it really wasn't.
He was thinking of the wrong people, bro.
And then after that, when he came out, what did he fucking made? I forgot what fucking song it was. Let me fucking look.
Oh yeah, when he
this
got out of
stupid
prison, he
shit.
just made the same
Oh
shit that he was
my
making in
God.
2012.
You heard
Oh
this? No,
my
you heard this fucking
God.
freestyle on the radar.
No, I didn't see his on the radar freestyle. Was it?
I don't know.
Bro. No. When he fucking sat here and what was it? Oh my fucking God.
I mean, I feel like because Bobby Shmurda, like he's from that Brooklyn element, and by the time he went in and came out, like New York drill reached a
He
whole different
fucking
height. So I
made-
feel like
Yeah.
if he came out of jail and he didn't
Bro.
like stick to that element, then he wouldn't have been able to still be Bobby Shmurda. Like he had to come out and still be Bobby
bullshit.
Shmurda.
Bullshit. You want to know why? Because he made Hoochie Daddy.
Oh, don't even get me started.
That is true. That is
Don't
Because
even
he
get me
made
started.
Hoochie. He came out the gate. He came out of prison and he
Bro, he
immediately
let a Rikers
made
Island and said,
Hoochie Daddy and started doing a whole bunch of
Hoochie
just like,
Yeah,
like, bro, what the fuck is this bullshit?
Bro
Yeah.
came out in that Kevin Gates timing, yo.
Like,
No,
Kevin Gates is a whole ass savage when he fucking sits here and explains how he does shit, especially with women. It's fucking
did you see his
ridiculous.
shit when he talked about the fruit? He was like, oh, can it be explicit in nature? And the dude was like, sure. He's like, what I like to do is I take the fruit and I open it and then bust, and then I get a thick shorty, I put it all up on her, and then I look all over her body, she naked. And dude just,
Maybe he should have gone to prison.
oh yeah, he got out and started being on the crazy shit. Like he got out.
Can you imagine being a cellmate like, bro, what are you doing with
got
that
out.
fruit over there, bro?
Yeah, he got out. He turned to the spiritual side. He had his wife, Draco,
Fucking
with him.
spiritual side. Do you know the shit he still fucking says?
No.
God
When
would
he first
frown
got
at
out
him
of
if he
jail,
heard
he
the-
was talking that real. When he first got, if you watch his interview, with academics bitch ass and
Fuck
when he was
Academics,
on
I like
the
his ass
when he
either.
was on the show with Joe Budden and the other girl, I forgot her name.
I forgot her name, too,
Anaya,
but I know who you're talking about,
Yeah.
yeah.
He was on that show and he was talking that real, but he ended up venturing way too far. He started saying some crazy shit, and I was like, okay, Kevin.
Yeah, the next
You
thing you know,
imagine
he
right
fucking
now.
had a whole ass fucking meme video.
Oh, you saw- you
at
saw-
a fucking
you saw when he-
concert. This man is talking about, oh, it's son, yo, dick going on your stomach,
Yo,
dick going on your stomach.
I'm like, bro.
Oh my god.
I was like, nah, bro. Nah. He was tweaking. He was tweaking after that. He
You
was
imagine
tweaking.
your fucking bunkmate is fucking Kevin Gates. You wake up in the middle of the night, your legs are like this, and you look over, he's got a fruit in his hand. You're like, fucking.
He's gonna say one sentence to you. He's gonna be like, "Did you pray today?"
I'm like, clearly not. This is not what I prayed for, bro.
Yo, that's
I'm praying for times like this.
He saw the video. He said that'll be on the front line. He saw that video was like, Kevin, all we did was ask you to move your car.
That man
That
is
shit had me
different, yo.
crying. Yo, Kevin Gates is hilarious. I ain't
Like,
gonna lie.
oh my
I think
fucking
it was
god!
like right there was like oh, who lies the most, Kevin Gates or Gabe?
Yo, that him starting the car battery with his bare hands, yo.
Just, yo, I swear to fuck, when I see videos like that, like, I find it amazing, but I'm like, holy shit at the same time.
God.
Especially when, wait, how the fuck did he sit here and describe it? Like, he sat here, oh my fucking god, I remember what video it was, literally. But, like, the way he was describing the whole situation, I was just like, oh no, this motherfucker going too much. Oh my
The
god.
part that killed me was Jesus like, if I'm lying, may God kill my children. It's like, yo, what the fuck?
Oh yeah.
May God kill my children.
That shit was crazy, bruh. And then he said he was like, he had said, he said, find a nigga I told on, find a nigga that stuck a dick in me.
Oh, I
said that-
remember that.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I can see why he said that, because it be rumors going around how some rappers be gay. So I guess he was trying to be like, actually, nah, he could have just he could have just stayed. He could have just stayed quiet. I ain't gonna lie. He could just stay quiet. Nah, that shit was wild as fuck. He could.
A lot of people could have stayed quiet, but the next thing you know, that leads into some other shit.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Motherfuckers
true.
snitch on themselves. Like, you know, they don't realize what the fuck is happening. They fucking get arrested.
Shout out to Kevin Gates, bro. Kevin Gates, you were one of the funniest fucking people in hip hop.
100%.
So fucking weird.
No, one of the funniest fucking people, and for the like worst
reason.
reasons possible, like funniest worst reasons possible, is Boosie.
Oh, Boosie's hilarious.
Boosie's
Boosie's
fucking weird,
hilarious. You
bro.
saw-
Like I said, for the wrong
You saw when he got
reasons.
mad at the McDonald's joint?
Yeah.
Yo,
What was that situation again?
like we didn't give him like, or so I think we didn't give him like enough forks or some shit. It was a syrup.
Yeah, it was.
He was so mad.
Wait, they didn't give him what,
think
nuggets or fries?
I thought it was ordering something like some kind of breakfast. He didn't give him enough syrup. No, ketchup. It was ketchup.
Oh,
I
they
think
didn't give
it
him
was
ketchup
We didn't give enough.
packets.
We didn't give him the ketchup. He came back and asked for more. Then we gave him like 2 more.
No,
What the fuck?
It was jelly.
Jelly? Oh yeah, it was
Oh,
jelly. It was jelly.
He was like, I like my shit sloppy.
Yo, he was so mad.
I like my shit sloppy,
he was
bro.
so pressed, bro. Nah, Lil
Fucking
Boosie.
jelly for fuck's sake.
Yes,
Ugh.
bro. He was so mad, bro. Lil Boosie's hilarious, bro.
I'll never forget.
Shout out Lil Boosie.
I'll never
there's
forget
a-
when he was doing those
there's-
Instagram lives during
There's
COVID.
the article quotes it. I'm gonna say it in a monotone voice. Damn, you stingy with the jelly. Hate when they act like that with the fucking jelly. You was not getting no fucking raise to get no fucking jelly. Fucking 2-pack. I should go back, stupid ass. Told her 4 jellies. She gave me 2. I hate when they act like that with the fucking jelly. That is not your fucking jelly. They got so much of that shit in there, acting like that with the jelly. You ain't gonna get no raise for not giving Boosie no jelly.
Yo.
And then he went on fucking he went on, I forgot what talk show it was, but that's when he screamed, "I like my shit sloppy."
Now he was on Vlad. He was on Vlad. That's the only person he talks to.
Oh yeah,
Yo,
he was on
yeah.
he was on BC. I forgot about that. That's
I don't know why the fuck you go on Vlad either, but yeah, you go on the fucking
Yo,
IG stories.
There was this.
Oh,
I remember during COVID, we did these live streams. It was the first thing I didn't really know that much about Boozy, but then I forgot the context. Of
Oh,
it.
God,
It was just because this nigga being like, "Put your push list on live, like give me $1,000."
Oh yeah, no, because he had someone on the call, and and she was twerking at the time, if I'm not mistaken. And then next thing you know, that's when he just randomly fucking said it because he was obviously he like what he fucking
on cam for
obviously like
Yeah.
what he fucking see. So like he just fucking sat here and just said that shit. I'm just like, bro,
Boosie,
ain't no
if you ever
fucking
want to
way.
show up on Speakerbox Studios, we have a seat for you right here.
Oh no, for sure.
Oh, that'd be fucking.
We'll
amazing.
give you 6 packs of jelly if you show up on Speakerbox Studio.
Oh my fucking god.
How the fuck did we get here?
Yeah, I don't even know. That was a wild transition. We were talking about hip hop to Boosie
Can we fucking
rants.
talk about Snoop Dogg really fucking quickly?
Oh yeah,
I
so
don't-
he quit weed.
No, he didn't.
No, that-
Oh, he unquit weed. Sorry, I wasn't kept up enough.
It was an
No,
ad.
it was he did. It was a whole fucking ad ploy, like
For what?
for a
Wait.
whole smokeless
smoke.
fire pit.
Yeah.
huh?
This dude's so stupid, bro.
It was a whole ad for a smokeless fire pit. That was it.
Oh,
How much
I
do you
don't-
think they paid him?
All right, hold on.
I mean, he's making money. You see him on Grubhub.
This is my theory, all right? It's either that was it, like that was just a ploy for that one ad, right? Or he genuinely was
what?
quitting smoking, but then after that he got hit
by
up
them.
about it, and then it was like, you know what, that works because it just tries into it.
Snoop Dogg ain't quitting no smoking, bro.
You see, I get that because it was like that's his mo, is smoking.
Yeah,
But it's just like, you know, that it could be
What
catching
about
up to
raising
him.
your children, bro?
that man.
It could be catching up to him because like
He's getting old.
That is true. He is.
He's been doing it for a long ass time, dude. I had smoker's voice for like a month last semester,
that motherfucker.
and that shit
oof.
fucking hurt. I can't imagine being fucking. You know, his smoker voice probably sound like this at this point.
I think didn't he?
Yeah, but
didn't
that's
he,
weird.
Didn't he do
not
like a
composed to
contest with
fucking-
Wiz?
It still does
And I think-
damage to your lungs, bro.
Didn't he do like a smoking contest with Wiz? And I think Wiz beat him.
Yeah,
No.
Wiz did beat him.
Wiz didn't. No, Wiz did beat him.
No,
right?
he said the only person to ever outsmoke me was
that was Wiz.
No, the
Yeah.
only person that outsmoked him was who the fuck did you say earlier?
Oh yeah, it's Chief Keef smokes more.
Oh, it's
yeah,
Chief- it was
Chief Keef
Keef.
smokes more than
because he does like 2 pounds a day.
yeah, 2 ounces a day.
yeah,
yo.
because he rolls all his shit up into one, as opposed to how he
Oh,
just
yeah.
distributes it evenly in between blunts.
I heard
Yeah,
bro
but
say, 2 ounces will give him 5 blunts or some shit like that. I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, but that's only because Fredo not here. If I'm gonna be real.
I need to smoke one of them fucking Chief Keef blunts, bro.
Just get a whole bunch of fucking ounces, and then next thing you know, put it all in one
Smoking it
fucking
like this, bro.
You funny enough, you could probably fucking buy those. You fucking get one of those. I don't know, like the raw store or whatever.
episode soon then, so I can go do that.
I thought you was done, bro.
So this episode is.
Hey, all right,
Yo,
yo.
nah.
Anyway,
Nah.
fucking. Oh my god! But yeah, that shit was so fucking stupid when I saw that ad for it on his page
If
afterwards.
he's actually doing it for the betterment of his health, then like, sure. Good.
No, for sure.
but like, if it was a whole thing for like
But
the
if it was
ad,
a whole ad for
yo,
a
fucking,
for a
yo,
fucking smokeless fire pit,
Fuck
like go
off.
fuck yourself.
and, like motherfuckers was reevaluating their life as soon as they saw that Snoop was doing it. Like, how the fuck?
No, right?
Like, how do you go and reevaluate your life only because this nigga's
This
doing it?
one
You
nigga said this.
motherfucker.
That's crazy.
That's-
Y'all need
that's-
to get off the
that's
internet.
glazing,
That's the
bro.
case.
No, that's
It's fucking
crazy.
they're
You have to
twerking on
get
it.
out. You have to
dog.
get off the internet. That's the case.
They're
bro.
twerking on that shit,
Like,
dog.
oh my
There's
god.
a boozy quote for this actually.
What?
Bruh, of
You can
course.
go to jail
There's
for that shit, right? Ride a nigga dick with no license.
I remember you said that shit. Was that before or after the jelly incident?
That was before. That was before.
Oh my fucking god! You know what? I'm about to fucking look up some fucking.
No, I ain't gonna
Boosie
lie, bro.
quotes, I
Motherfuckers,
swear to
motherfuckers be
fuck.
on the internet too much, bro. Like,
Yeah, way too
that should be
much.
too
Way.
much, bro. I don't even have. I don't even have
Bro,
Instagram
talk
on my
to your
phone.
families.
Speakerbox Studio says, "Take your ass outside, touch grass, please."
Not even just talk to your families, bro.
Oh my
Talk to your
God.
fan, but don't be. on
Mama's
Instagram.
concerned about you. You keep
Don't be
talking
on
about ops and
Facebook.
this and that.
Don't be on Twitter.
Peter, you have homework due tomorrow.
Your report card came in. Ain't looking too hot, Peter.
How about them ops you have called reading logs?
bro.
No, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I remember back in the day when I used to be like with friends or like people who used to be on the type of time. They be like friends with the people we consider ops. Like we be friends with them on Facebook. I'm like,
No, for real.
I
yeah.
never understood that
No,
shit.
Well,
Like,
how are
yeah.
you, how are you gonna
Why-
be updated on your ops relationship
Like-
status?
like, why are you friends with
sitting there
people you
with
don't
your-
like? Nobody says
You're
to me.
sitting
I'm
there with
like-
your girl and you're like, oh, honey, my op it just changed to a. It's complicated on Facebook.
You're like, what what the fuck?
Hope he's all right.
It made me come to each other's status.
Bro.
Talk about, fuck you.
That's what-
I'm like, bro.
Your op poked you on Facebook.
Like, what the hell? Like, that shit never made no sense to me,
No,
bro.
it
I
did
fucking
it.
absolutely hated that shit,
That made no sense to me,
I'm
bro.
gonna poke you on Facebook.
bro. I
I'll
was
make a Facebook and poke you on it.
I was at peak with that bullshit. Oh my
You was
god.
poking everybody,
who's
bro?
you poking?
No, it was like at the time when I was like in middle school, like and like
Damn,
going.
Facebook was out when you were in middle school.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Holy shit! Bro, I
Yeah.
thought it was
Yeah,
still
that's when
black
it
and white
just got
television when he
popular
was
for.
in-
That's when it just got popular for everybody else to fucking be on there. You know,
I
fucking.
thought he was on black and white television in middle school.
Bitch, I was born in '98. Not no.
God
fucking-
damn!
Golly.
Like the fuck.
Golly, it's crazy. Gee willikers.
That's some fucking '60s, '50s bullshit.
Yeah, I wanted to make
You
it
would
sound
know about
familiar
it.
to you. Can we just fucking end this episode? I'm gonna fucking cry if I have to look at Hilly look at me like this. We are Speaker Box Studios. My name is Gio. To my right, we have.
Sean.
Right in front of him, we have.
Fuck off.
And to his right, we have.
Pat.
That was today's episode. Boosie, if you're looking for 6 packs of jelly,
We got you.
we got you right here. Just come in for an episode, sit down for an hour. We can get sloppy.
Okay, yeah,
All right,
no.
yeah, no,
Yeah, no, we-
you're
yeah,
done.
we-
You're fucking done, bro.
done here.
You're fucking sloppy bullshit. Nigga said you could get sloppy. You're fucking wild for that, brother.
Speaker box.